wonderful rough mahogany antique cabinet. And this is also an item that my husband and I purchased from and I use it to store all of my china and different things like that. As you can see, I have a collection of this. It's Johnson's Brothers, made in England. I have these little plates here. I have these wonderful plates. Believe it or not, they came from the dollar store. They reminded me so much of some of the plates that were in anthropology, and so I bought these from the dollar store. I have the dessert plate, and I also have the larger plates. Just showing you some of the things that I have collected. Now I have these plates, and I just recently went to Williams in Sonoma, and I saw these same plates, and they were selling for $69 a piece. It does say that it was made in Portugal. And I purchased these from a Goodwill, and I bought a set of 8 for $5.99. And I also have some more blue and white Currier and Eves plates. And then I have this wonderful set of, it's a really fine, this is some vintage Lenox china that my husband, he sometimes when we used to go to antique auctions, they would just have a box of stuff and you could just purchase everything in the box. And that's what he got, so I put it. And then in this little cabinet, I put some hooks up here to hold the little teacups or coffee cups or whatever you would like to call them. And I currently have some depression glass, which is currently on my table. But you see, you can just collect different little things. This is another Johnson's Brother plate. I use that for Christmas time. And like I said, I've been collecting. Not only do I collect the blue and white, but I've slowly been building on my green and white. And I also have some of the, I don't know if they call it red and white or, here we have some more china and dishes because I like to change out my table. I have this beautiful teapot that I purchased. I got this from an estate sale in Atlanta. I paid $5 for that. I got this wonderful pumpkin plate that I use around the fall time. I got this from Williams in Sonoma. And then to go along with that, I have these wonderful dishes. Each plate depicts a different fruit or vegetable or nuts. And I like to use these in the fall. You sort of get the idea with those plates, so we won't worry about that. And I also like to use these around the fall or the harvest time. These are also, who are these made by? Royal Dalton, England. So I also have these wonderful plates that make a great setting for the fall or Thanksgiving. And these were also made in England. And I have this could be like a fall or winter scene. These are some of the Johnson Brother plates. And most of these plates I will pick up from thrift stores or antique stores. And then I also have this collection here. And this is from, as you can see, is from Johnson's Brothers, called Harvest Time. And this is another set of plates that I purchased from the Goodwill for $5. you know, $4.99, but I have 7. So sometimes even though it's like a plate is missing, it's not service for 8 and say 7, I always say, well, at least I can serve 6 people. And then if I ever have a plate that gets broken, I have a replacement. I have these wonderful birds that I like to put out on the table. I love to go to Pottery Barn and see how they have their table set up. I would take pictures of it, and I remember seeing some birds, 2 birds that look like these, and these have a really nice weight to them. And so during the holidays around fall time, those birds get to go on the table. And then I love these. These have blue and white on the outside, and then on the inside it's green and white. And I purchased these from Wilms in Sonoma. And at the time they were on clearance and they only had 2, but I was like, that's okay. Because, you know, when I set the table for just my husband and I, it's okay, it's just the 2 of us. And I can set a table for 2. Because even though if you're like us and we're empty nesters, it's okay to just still set your table for 2. Make every occasion a special occasion. It doesn't necessarily mean because you don't have a big crowd that you can't set the table for yourself. Oopsie. So now we are coming to the last portion of my cabinet. And I have this, because I love blue, if you haven't figured it out already, I have this beautiful blue roaster that I keep inside of here. And I also keep a few things that I use to decorate my table. So this is a large wooden acorn. I like to pull that out during the fall season. And next to my other 2 birds, I have this little country-like chicken. I put that on my kitchen table sometimes. And then I have these wonderful little platters to put your corn on. And I brought these years ago from antique store. So I have those. And then something else that came with those antique corn little platters is you have this dish to warm the butter up in, and it has this little butter warmer. And so you would take it and light it, and you would sit your butter there so you can warm up the butter. And then it also came with some other things. So this is a little brush to dip your butter out of and put the butter on your corn. And then it has all of the little ceramic little cotton piercers, so you don't have to actually touch the corn with your hand. You put these on either end of the corn, on the corn cob, so that you don't have to touch the corn. You just hold these and you can bite the corn. And I just thought that was so cute, and it looks really nice to decorate a table with. So I keep this in this little plastic, the little Haribo gummies that came. It was a nice little container, so I decided to keep that. And I also have some other fall decor in here. I have this picture that I put out of my youngest daughter, Chloe, and myself when we were much younger. I usually sit this out during the fall season. These were the original knobs that went on this cabinet. So, like I said, I really didn't like these knobs too much. And I just really like the blue knobs a lot better. I think they look better. And then I have this another little blue and white little tray that I picked up, and of course it says that it's Firestone and it's from England because I do love blue and white. So those are some of the things that I keep inside of this cabinet. Like I said, when my children were younger, I used to keep their books in it. But now, and this is some olive oil here. I didn't show that before, but that is some olive oil. And this is the box. I kept it because, of course, it's blue and I didn't want to get rid of it. But this is just to show you what is in my cabinet that I keep here in the foyer. Because I do like to entertain, and I love dishware and china and all of those things. So, what type of furniture do you have in your house that you have repurposed and reused in different areas of the house?